So here we go, coming home to be this vessel of love on Mindful Monday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here, opening your beautiful hearts and sharing space and time with me today to go into a little bit of a settling meditation. And then we'll drop into the heart of our meditation, which is becoming that vessel of love. And so we'll just start with coming into that breath and just taking a nice deep breath into the heart. Breathing into the heart, exhaling. Really feeling your heartbeats. Saying hello to your beautiful heart. And we come into our practice today knowing that this practice is for our highest good for all beings, and the highest good for the Pachamama. And we just begin to breathe and settle, soften, come home to the stillness in our bodies. And so we're just going to start today at the top of your head, that beautiful crown chakra. You can go ahead with breath and intention. Open up that beautiful crown of yours, the top of your head. Breath and intention, softening and opening. Softening and opening. And you can go ahead and sweep your access point up to your crown. This is the area in your energy field where you access information outside of your energy field. So if you're not sure where that is, that's okay. You can just sweep any openings that you may have in that energy field to your crown, to the top of your head. And that's with your breath and intention. There you go, open channel, ready to receive that divine love through the crown. And as it comes in with each breath in, begins to open and soften us. Each exhale, an opportunity to release, to soften, to release any tensions of the day, any worries. We just begin to settle ourselves right here, right now, just in this moment. You feel that area in your temples, around your eyes. Breathing in and exhaling, softening, softening, softening. Softening the jaw. Breathing into the jaw and exhaling the tension. Maybe even bringing that slack jaw or your little half smile. We call that the Kuan Yin smile or the Buddha smile. It's that little smile of knowing that all is well, right here, right now. Breathing into the neck, the cervical spine. Exhaling the tensions. becoming embodied, coming home to the body and softening. And notice how the shoulders begin to drop, allowing the weight of the world to just roll right off. Breathing into the chest, exhaling all the heartache, the grief. We can allow it to go just for now. Breathing into that space in the back of your heart. Exhaling. Noticing the rise and fall of your chest with each breath. Softening with each breath. Bringing the awareness to the arms and the hands and just loosening those fingers. Are you clenching, clutching? Loosen them up. Allow it to just release all of it. Allowing your shoulders and arms and fingers to just soften. Bringing the awareness to the belly, breathing into the belly. Softening the muscles in the belly. Noticing how your spine feels right now. Is there more spaciousness? As you become an embodied being, fully present in your body, we start to notice the spaciousness. The spaciousness between each vertebrae. Spaciousness in the belly. And expanding that awareness down into the sacral and into the pelvic bowl. Bringing that breath all the way down into that pelvic bowl and allowing that softness to unfold around your hips, around that sacral spine, opening, surrendering, surrendering to the moment. Coming into the legs, breathing into those quads and those knees and those hamstrings. And softening, softening with each exhale. all the way down through the calves, breathing into the feet, bringing your awareness to every little toe. And taking this moment to thank your body. Thank your body for all of the beauty that it does, all of the magic, keeping you alive. That beautiful skin holding all of who you are, bones and muscles together. A beautiful vessel. A vessel of love. Taking a nice deep breath in, I want you to scan that beautiful physical body of yours. And if there's any tensions left, just exhale them all out and soften. Come home. Come home to your beautiful vessel, your beautiful body. And if you would like to dedicate your practice today to a special being, maybe a place, now is a great time to do that. Just offering your practice up as a dedication. And we know in our mindfulness practice that we come together in this beautiful community each week to be in a safe community, to expand our heart, expand our consciousness, and learn to grow with each other. Learn to come home with each other. We learn to be better humans for each other. The mystics of every tradition share with us that love is what we're here for. Love is what we are. And we know through every teaching that we are connected to each other. We are connected to the earth, to everything that exists. And we're connected to this life force energy, this eternal Tao, the divine, God, Goddess. Only most of the time we forget. So tonight is a remembrance. A remembrance that we are a vessel for love. Last night we witnessed an amazing actor resort to violence when he was faced with an act of love at the Oscars. We saw that same man rise on a world-renowned platform to slap another being publicly for humiliating his wife. Now we understand that this was not an act of love. However, we then witnessed what I call that snot cry in his acceptance speech for his Oscar. And it was there we witnessed true love and vulnerability through that snot cry. And in that moment, we saw a truth that we all know, that through this snot crying tears, we saw vulnerability. And in that moment of his vulnerability, he said, I just want to be a vessel for love. He said, I am being called, and I just want to be a vessel for love. And there it is. I felt it. The vulnerability, the call, and all that he was trying to say. I felt that. And I think we could all feel it. After this slap, he came home. He was home in his body. He was overcome with a powerful moment of tenderness that reminded him. And we all know this place. And though we will never advocate for violence, we can all relate in some way to that moment of coming home. Home to that remembrance of who we truly are and what we are truly here to do. To remember that we are, in fact, vessels of love. So we begin this deep inquiry today, and we ask ourselves, what is a vessel of love? And how do we remember? How do we use the power of vulnerability, to drive us to remember that we are all just beings of love here on this earth, to be vessels of love for each other? Vulnerability is the driving force of connection. It's brave and it's tender, and it's impossible to connect without vulnerability. But through our conditioning, oftentimes we see vulnerability as weakness. But we know that in those moments that we share our weakness, that's to make ourselves vulnerable, and our vulnerability is to show strength. It is within our perceived weakness of vulnerability that we find strength, the courage to connect, the courage to find that tenderness and share it. Vulnerability is about showing up and being seen. it's tough to do that when we feel terrified about what people might think about us. When we're fueled by fear of what other people think, or that little self-sabotaging voice that comes inside of our head that says, we're not good enough, we're weak. It's tough to show up. It's tough to be the vessel of love. And we end up on a treadmill of our own unworthiness rather than standing in our truth that we are a vessel of love. Brené Brown is one of my heroes. And she's a research professor from the University of Houston and has really done some remarkable research around and talks on TED Talks. If you've not heard of her, go check her out. But she is in the field of vulnerability. And she looked at those who have a strong sense of connection and belonging and those who didn't. And our research found that the difference between the two groups was that those who had a strong sense of love and belonging believed that they were worthy of it. She found that people who believed they were worthy of connection experienced greater connection. When people believed themselves worthy of connection, they were more likely to move towards others, and they would be the first to say, I love you, I miss you. They were the first to ask for help. They were the first to show affection. They were the first to show gratitude. This is big. So being a vessel of love is all about coming home and finding that self-love, finding your worthiness, your gratitude, and empowerment. And we do this as a way of modeling for all of those around you as you move through your own challenges, your own growth. By loving yourself and the life you create and working through those challenges, you bring love to the lives of everyone around you. Self-love is a lifelong process, and it means shining the light on all of our shadows and still loving ourselves anyway, through it all. The good, the bad, the ugly. Moving out of judgment into self-acceptance. So we start to look at the vessel itself. What we place in our vessel is also produced and projected. Just like a theater, projecting the movie out there of everything that's in here. So if we want to be a vessel of love, then we have to fill ourselves with love. So we refer to the vessel as a container for the storage of mostly liquid. This vessel or pitcher, it can keep liquid cool, clean, and easily accessible. The vessel is a perfect metaphor for our bodies, our lives, our purpose. What fills your vessel? What fills your vessel? Does it contain love? How will you become a vessel for love by which you fill another cup if yours is not filled? Can we even envision the filling of others' cups with love? How can we quench the thirst of all who are parched if we have not drank from the lips of love ourselves? It is important to remember that what is inside your vessel is what is produced, and it comes out and is projected. Would not expect a cup of toxic waste to pour hibiscus tea, nor would you expect a vessel of water to produce chocolate. What is inside our vessel becomes strong and concentrated over time. What we place into our vessel is what is projected. If we want a vessel of love, we must fill it with love. We want a vessel that produces abundance. We must fill it with abundance. And the same is true if we fill our vessel with fear or worry or regret. We will project fear, worry, or regret. And so here we are, coming home to the body, coming home to the vessel, coming home to the stillness, coming home to the tenderness, coming home to the vulnerability that allows you to open, the vulnerability that allows you to connect. It is in this flow that we are rendered hopelessly vulnerable as love passes through our hearts in this stillness. In this stillness, we can know that we are safe, to open, to be vulnerable. In stillness and breath. In stillness and breath. A vessel that is moving cannot be filled. You have to be that empty vessel with an open heart. Be still, be open. Let the divine fill you. Breath and stillness. Feel yourself as an empty vessel. Mind, body, open, expansive, emptiness. With breath and intention, we open that heart just a little wider. Open your vessel. Allow the universe, the eternal Tao, the all that is, to fill you with love. Filling from the top of your head with pure bliss love. Letting it flow through your whole body. Let it enter your head, your mind, every nook and cranny. Love filling you. Breathing in love. Filling yourself to be love. Love flowing through your entire vessel. Golden light of love flowing through you. And it begins to overflow with an infinite supply. And the golden light of love begins to flow out of you and surround you. Your entire surrounding area is now filled with love, and you feel yourself completely embraced by it. Soft, comforting, warm, protective. This infinite supply of love flowing through you and around you. And now, as the beautiful vessel of love, pour the love that fills you into the person nearest you. And take that golden flow of love and surround that person. You use yourself as a vessel that contains only love and pour it all into every person right here in this sacred space. Create the golden love light large enough to embrace everyone in our mindful meditation with warmth and care. And we're going to pour some of that beautiful love onto your ancestors, your parents, your grandparents, their parents. Surround them with golden light of love. And pour that love light onto the children in your life. And we'll pour the gift of love to those who are nearest and dearest to you. Embrace them with your love, caring, protective, warm, secure. Let all your good friends share this love that is within you. Shine. Love that with this golden, pure bliss love. And think of the folks who are in your peripherals of your life. Those who you see here and there, perhaps at the grocery store, whether you speak to them or not, but you see them maybe on a regular basis. Share your love. Pour love, the golden light of love surrounding them. And yes, we pour love on those who we are having a challenging time with too. Those folks who perhaps you are in discord or in a challenging situation. We give love. Embrace them with your love. You are a vessel of love. Let there be no difference in your love for different people. And we begin to pour love to people near and far. Let it go as far wide, wherever you think it is needed and wanted. Touch people's hearts with the love that you are sharing with them, with the love that you are extending and sharing, this golden light of love across the whole country, across the rivers and oceans, surrounding the entire globe. Let love flow from your heart. Be the vessel for love. Pour love all over Pachamama and all of her inhabitants. The winged, the furred, the two-leggeds, the four-leggeds, and even the creepy crawlers. Pouring love. And coming back to your body, bringing your awareness back to yourself. Feeling yourself filled with love. Embraced. Surrounded by love. Love flowing freely through you, around you. I am a vessel of love. All of our cells are filled with pure bliss love. Just allowing, breathing, breath and stillness, filling you, opening you, allowing love to fill you. I am worthy of love. I deserve love. I am a vessel of love. You are a being of love. You are worthy of love. You deserve love. You are a vessel of love. We are beings of love. We are worthy of love. We deserve love. We are vessels of love. Coming back to the stillness, coming back to the breath, coming back home. We are love. In our vulnerability, we are empowered. In our vulnerability, we are brave. In our vulnerability, we connect in truth and love. May we walk forward this week being vessels of love, pouring love on ourselves, coming home to our tenderness, coming home to our vulnerability, coming home to each other. May we be vessels of love. And so it is, and so it is. A whole lot. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for being here, for being a vessel of love, for sharing this beauty with me. I'm so grateful, grateful, grateful. Hope to see you next week.
Thank you.